11 people remain in a critical condition after a train crashed in suburban New York City, killing 6 people. All 7 carriages of the commuter train came off the tracks on a sharp curve near Spuyten Duyvil in the borough of the Bronx. Safety inspectors are now trying to find the cause of the derailment.
Our mission is to understand not just what happened, but why it happened, with the intent of preventing it from happening again.
There are reports by local media outlets in New York suggesting that the train's brakes did not work. But an NTSB official said that's still too early in the investigation and at this point won't rule out any factors.
I was asleep, and you usually hear screeching of trains in my apartment house, but there was sort of a sustained screeching, and then there was just something about it that didn't sound right. It sounded like it went on longer than the normal train sounds.
This aerial shot shows how close the carriages came to ending up in the Hudson River. More than 100 firefighters were called to the scene. They helped pull passengers from the wreckage and went carriage to carriage in the search for survivors and bodies. Divers were called in to search the river in case anyone had been thrown clear.
Earlier reports that some of the carriages had gone into the nearby Hudson River were denied, but one was toppled and lying perilously close to the water. Rescue workers were searching along the shoreline and in the waterway for survivors. The train was a diesel with 7 carriages which were being pushed by the locomotive southward. The Metro-North line is celebrating its 30th anniversary this year.
150 people were believed to be on board. Many suffered injuries and some were transported to nearby hospitals.
I was sitting on the train and we were pulling up to the station. It was a day like any other, and then it started to make a loud shifting noise, like with the tracks. And the next thing I know, 2 people from across the train come flying at me and fell on top of me. I couldn't believe that we were flipping over.
It's unknown what caused the accident. Some passengers have said the train was travelling too fast towards a sharp curve in the track.
You know, the curve has been here for many, many years, right? And trains take the curve every day of 365 days a year. So there has to be another factor.
Investigators are already on site looking for clues and evidence that will explain why this happened. The curve where the derailment occurred is in a slow-speed area, but one passenger has reported the train was travelling much faster than normal. The black box should be able to tell how fast the train was moving.
Whenever you do an investigation like this, you're going to look at the track, you're going to look at the equipment itself, the cars, the locomotive, you're going to look at the signal system, and you're going to talk to the people involved in operating the train. That's standard accident investigation, as the governor said. We will participate in that and support that, and make sure that we get all the factual information forward.
Trying to stabilize the situation right now. New York is blessed with the best first responders, I think, anywhere in the country.
This is one of the busiest travel days of the Thanksgiving holiday, and Metro-North is incredibly popular, carrying about 83 million passengers a year, nearly 16 million on the Hudson line where the crash happened. The National Transportation Safety Board is now investigating what went wrong, sending a GO team to the scene.
Up to 50,000 people per day take this line. It was shut down all day today. It will continue to be suspended tomorrow when so many people looking to make that Monday morning commute back into Manhattan. Now, there will be other lines available, but the governor said in no uncertain terms to expect this to be a very difficult commute. And they won't be able to reopen these tracks and get to repairing them until the NTSB investigation is completed. So it could be a tough commute for quite some time here. One thing to note, though, Lester, is that Amtrak also travels down the Hudson River. Those are on separate tracks, so we saw those trains resuming their service. People traveling between New York and Albany not expected to be affected by that.